Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another video, man. Today we are going to be talking about why attractive men oftentimes are with mid/unattractive women, and we are just going to break this down, man. And I have some of my reasons as to why, but let's just get straight into this video, man. So reason number one is oftentimes, see, if you've gone your whole life by just your looks, you don't really have to develop your social skills as much, right? You don't really have to have that much riz. And so what a lot of attractive men do is they pretty much rely on just their looks, just like attractive women, right? They don't have to develop any extra skills necessarily because a lot of it is going to be offered to them, right? Women will throw themselves at them. And when I was even younger, my first girlfriend actually came up to me. She actually pursued me. One could say it's a little bit of a red flag because it could mean that that girl is in her masculine oftentimes, and usually it's probably not going to end up well for you. But regardless though, a lot of attractive men sort of just sit and they just wait for women to choose them and to really go after them. And oftentimes those women are not gonna be the freaking 8s, 9s, or 10s, right? Yeah, some might get lucky, right? Some. But odds are it's probably gonna be a 6. It's probably gonna be a 5.5 at best, a high 6, low 7 at the very best. You're not, a timepiece is not gonna come up to you unless you're like Chris Brown, right? Or you're like 6'8", 6'5", 6'3", and just like hella handsome, right? Just like Tyrone, Chad, just maxed, right? But if you're just but even then, especially most attractive women, they're not just gonna come up to you. They might give you signals, right, for you to come up. But outside of that, most women, even on dating apps, you will not match with the most attractive women. So this is how it pretty much works, right? If you are an 8, the women who are going to want to pursue you super hard are probably going to be the 6s, right? If you are a 9, it's probably going to be 7, 7.5s. If you are a 10 out of 10, you got the full package, then 8s, 9s are going to be at your level at that point, right? So they are going to want to pursue you because you have what they are actually searching for. Anyway, moving forward, number 2 is that a lot of attractive women aren't really going to want to date super attractive dudes long term because they're not going to have leverage over that guy, right? And when women feel like they don't have leverage over that guy in the long term, they're like, well, he's not gonna simp for me because this dude probably already has options, right? And it's weird because I feel like super attractive women can be some of the most insecure women out there. And obviously not all, but they can mask under all that makeup, under all that fake facade of confidence. But once you really get to know them, they can be some of the most insecure people. So they're not going to want to deal with that, right? Because their whole lives, they've been told, oh my God, you're so pretty. Girl, you could be a model, you could be famous, you could be a singer, and then they're just so used to just average dudes, right? 6s, 5s, 7s, right? All those dudes just simping for them their whole lives. And then they meet you, they're like, well, this guy's not simping for me. This guy doesn't want to spend. So she's like, well, I'm going to run because, and on top of that, she's also like, well, I don't want to have to compete, right? Because when you guys go out, yeah, she's heads are not going to be on her. It's going to be on the both of y'all. And I've noticed that, right? Every time I go out with another attractive person, we are seen as more powerful together, right? Heads turn, the whole room damn turns, versus if you are in and you go with, and you are the attractive one and your partner is mid, you're gonna get all the attention. And especially for attractive women, some of them can be divas and they want all that attention to go to you or to them. and they're gonna be right, and they want the people in that room to be like, damn, how did this mid dude land her? That's crazy. And even in real life, I've seen some of the baddest shorties with some hella mid dudes, right? Maybe they're tall, right? Maybe these dudes are 6'3", right? 6'4", whatever, right? But aside of that, in the face, they really don't got it. But I digress, right? And then 3 is oftentimes a lot of, I guess, mid women are more loyal and they're just a lot more happier to be there. They're like, they feel lucky that they landed this attractive guy. They're like, wow, this dude is so hot. I just want to hold on to him as much as I possibly can. And me, myself, I've experienced this, right? If a girl feels lucky to be with you, she's going to be a lot more feminine, right? She's going to want to do all the traditional things for you. It don't matter if she's a super raging feminist, right? She will still be feminine for you, right? And that's just what it comes down to, right? There is just a higher level of interest because the mid girl is putting you on the pedestal, right? And she sees you as above her, right? She sees you as the best that she could do. So obviously she's not gonna misbehave, right? She's not gonna want to do some crash out shit and then lose you because she feels like you're the damn best and that she lucked out, right? And what is it, the fourth or fifth thing now is the fact that a lot more mid women, from my own personal experience too. Obviously, I'm not saying that there aren't attractive women with these traits. There are, but more times than not, a lot of attractive women don't have skills because once again, they've relied their whole lives on just being pretty. Oh, I am the table. Get your goofy man. We don't want the table. We want accessories, right? What else can you bring, right? Because the table is just the foundation. Cool. You have a pretty face, but what comes on that table is what a lot of attractive women, I'm talking about the 8s, 9s, and 10s, they feel like they don't have to do much because dudes are just willing to just spend on them, right? Dudes are willing to do stuff for them because they're pretty, right? Because of their pretty privilege. So they're like, well, I don't have to learn how to cook. I don't have to learn how to be sociable as much when it comes to men, right? How to really interact and what will make a man happy in the long term, right? In a relationship, right? Because a lot of women conflate sleeping with dudes as, oh, I can get any guy I want. No, you can sleep with any guy that you want, but you can't get any guy. And the most attractive dudes, if we're thinking long term, they're like, damn, this girl can't cook. This girl don't know how to even cater to me. She don't know how to sew. She don't know how to even do freaking laundry at the very, just things like that. And for attractive dudes, and for just most dudes, they're like, well, I would rather take that 6 or that 6.5, 7, who's gonna cook for me, who's gonna cater to me, who's going to actually raise my kids, who is intelligent. I can learn things from her, right? I can trust her with my finances, right? She's not gonna try to go to Nobu. She's not gonna try to go to the Chanel, Louis, Gucci store and just run me dry because she wants to uphold this lifestyle. And that's just what it comes down to as well, right? It's the fact that a lot of attractive women feel like they don't have to cater to a dude and that the dude or that the world revolves around her because she's this attractive woman and she thinks that she can get anything she wants because a lot of positive reinforcement since she was young, right? Oh my God, your daughter's so pretty. And then to, damn, ma, you sexy, come here, let me get your numbers. Dudes just honking at her on traffic signs, right? Chasing her down. So she has that celebrity, that goddess mentality, right? Oh my God, being in my presence, you should feel blessed. You're blessed to be in my presence. What the what? You just solely existing don't make you special, bro. Like, cool, you're pretty. And so I would rather take a 6.5, 7 over a damn 8, 9, 10, whatever, right? I'm not even sure if there is a such thing as a damn 10, but I could say 8, 9s exist. But once again, those girls, you would have either caught them when you were in high school, maybe college. But most of those high echelon girls, honestly, they require to keep them long term, right? Because they're just used to a certain lifestyle, right? And if you're not providing, well, they can afford to be a lot more pickier. And right, you can have the look, but if you don't have the finances and the lifestyle that they want, right? Because not every girl is going to be able to get the best top tier guy, right? Only that 10% of women who are super banging hot, who are just rare to see in person. The only time you really see those girls are on TV, Instagram, right? YouTube, things like that. But in real life, those girls are probably working in nightlife, right? The super attractive girls are bottle girls, right? Some of them are hooter girls. Some of them are, whatchamacallit? Some of them are flying to Dubai and getting on, right? Most of those girls love a luxurious lifestyle because their heads is a little screwed, but then also positive reinforcement. So they feel like, hey, I know that I can get the best guy, so I'm gonna try to go for the guy who is the most handsome, tall, rich, charismatic. So they want that top tier 1% type of dude. So they're willing to go with a dude who might maybe not be the most attractive, but can still provide a lifestyle, because ultimately girls like that really just care about lifestyle, right? Because they've probably slept around with super attractive dudes, right? Or maybe they know that the guys who they really want are gonna break them, right? Because attractive dudes are known to be jerky, assholes, XYZ, cool. So they might settle for the dude who's not the most handsome. He's kind of tall, but he's making great money, and she can have a fantastic lifestyle and be happy with that dude for the most part. And also that guy is going to simp for her, right? And that's what she's used to, right? And even attractive dudes, it's the same thing. They're used to having good treatment. So if an attractive girl comes in and she's acting all brash and rude, he's like, shorty, you gotta bounce, bro. You gotta bounce like a bad check ASAP. You're gone. But anyway, y'all, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I appreciate y'all, man. Blessings and love, y'all. See y'all soon.